Hostia, no había cogido las recompensas.
My time with... Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than...
Sumil Bilby. Muy bien, ¿qué es Bilby? Ah, volví, vale. Sumil. Tú sí que eres Sumil. Volví.
one at all.
Querías decir volví. Esquipeyes lo chetarás. Bueno, de momento lo voy a subir ahora. Chetarlo es complicado, pero de momento lo voy a subir. Y le voy a decir, Pepo Clown. Pochón.
You got a side job for me? Sure thing.
Anda, mira, uno de daño creo más chetín. Bueno, ya lo miraremos. No es ahí. 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 No me acordaba ya que tenía Skipellet en esta cuenta. Soy muy sumil insurréctico, ¿eh? A ver, Nicola. No me acordaba que tenía Skipellet en esta cuenta. Soy muy sumil a ver, Nicola, ya.
Solidify!
I see everything.
Boy, now. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Gather!
poco daño hace este señor, ¿no?
Hey there! Watch out!
Solidify!
Watch out! Fire! Well, with
Have a seat! Stabilize!
commit it to memory.
Otra vez ha puesto la perla de la maldad.
Hiya!
Dos humildes, tío. Faltan dos piedras insurrécticas. Buenas, Chris, bienvenido al directillo sumillo. Insurrectillo. ¿Qué tales?
So this is...
Bueno, está muy sumido. Está muy sumido, oye, poco a poco. No contábamos con él, con lo cual no le tenía farmeado nada. No le tenía farmeado nada, porque no contábamos con Skipellet, vamos, ni por asomo en esta cuenta. Lo último que me podía imaginar yo. Xbox va a hacer otro Gears, será el 6. Qué maldita sorpresa. Chetil, chaval, ¿a ti que te molan los días, no? ¿O no te molan los días?
No. Whatever.
Habrá que subir a este señor. Vamos a hacer el gusano de mierda. Ahora que hemos subido a Skipellet, vamos a hacer el gusano de mierda. Yo esperaba un recopilatorio, como el banner. Épico. Te esperabas un banner recopilatorio, y Chetil.
Sunglasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except...
Como lo harán con God of War. Sí, harán un recopilatorio con God of War.
Yes.
Para mí acabó la saga en el 3, de ahí es pura mierda. ¿Por qué me pongo al almacén? Está el boboquita, bicho. Me ha condicionado. Como lo iba a subir a él, dice yo voy. Se lo tengo hecho una mierda al pobre señor. Este almacén hay que almacenarlo. Le tengo que subir el arma. Poner artefactos en condiciones. Los talentos. Y la probabilidad y el daño crítico. ¿Con qué escala este señor? Con bono dendro. No podía escalar con probabilidad o con daño, ¿no? Bono dendro sumil. Ay, sumil almacén de la pradera. Supongo que se referirá al Gears, porque bueno, no lo sé. A mí la verdad el Go nuevo no me gusta nada. Yo me quedo con los Go's antiguos. El Go nuevo, el Barbas este, el viejo de los Alpes, pues a mí me aburrió mucho. El Go nuevo, el Barbas, este insurrecto que alborota. El 3 ya está remasterizado en Play 4, porque yo lo tengo. Yo es el primer God of War que jugué y me encantó. Y a raíz del 3, pues tuve ganas de jugar el 1 y el 2. Y el Ascensión, eso, como se llame. Y me pillé el Barbas este de Play 4 y me aburrió sobremanera, no me gustó nada. No me gustó nada el God of War nuevo, este sumil, el calvo este amargado. Mierda seca de tío. Que es un mierda seca de tío. Y la verdad es que la mitología vikinga a mí la verdad me la trae bastante al pairo. No es que sea muy santo de mi devoción, ¿sabes? A mí me encanta la egipcia o la romana o tal. O la griega inclusive. Pero la vikinga me la paso yo por el arco del triunfo. Ya, pero a mí no me gusta. El God of War nuevo no me gusta. Yo sé que es muy chetil y tal, pero a mí no me gusta. Me aburre. De hecho me compré el nuevo y no me lo acabé. Y no creo que me lo acabe. Y el Ragnarok este ni me lo... Vamos, es que ni me lo he cuestionado. No he querido ni mirar de qué va. Bueno, siendo Ragnarok será de vikingos, con lo cual me la traerá al pairo igual que el primero. ¡FTP! No huyas, insurrecta, avernícola. Coge el euro, Manolín, que es para ti. Vamos, que me sube, Cae para abajo, Manolo, que estabas volando muy alto, Manolillo. Mira mi pochogun, mira mi pochogun. Mira mi pochogun. Mira mi pochogun. Pochogun Raiden, chaval. Sí, el del niño me da grima, macho. El padre me recuerda al abuelo de Heidi, el Kratos. Parece el abuelo de Heidi, pero calvo. Madre mía, qué tío más reniego. Qué plasta es. Mi Pochogun Raiden, chaval. Pochogun, Pochogun, Pochogun Raiden. Dos sumiles de mierda. Dos sumiles de mierda. ¿Cuántos necesito para el almacén? ¿8 o 10? ¿O 12? ¿Dónde estás, almacén? 12. Pues nada, hoy no subes. Esta noche no cenas. Almacén. Ni idea, Ep, ya tiene mucho que no me enfoco en nada de Mocosoft. Eres muy chetil, Chris. Que lo sepas. Me suena que por aquí había uno, ¿no? ¿No? Pues no. Para cuando queramos subir a Della 90, que la subiremos a Pochella. Della Pochella, chaval. Della Pochella, chaval. Porque en ese tiempo aún jugaba, pero era solo hasta Gears 3 y Halo Reach. Ya de ahí dejé de jugar X Dios. Qué chetil eres, Chris, joder. Qué chetil eres, Chris, joder. Como dice Chetep.
Stabilize.
Everyone hold hands.
Dadme carne extraña, anda. O misteriosa, perdón. Tengo la clásica y nada más. ¿No tienes ninguna de las dos series, Chris? ¿Tú que eres chetífero, insurréctico y luminoso? Ahora va a salir con el Game Pass el Hellblade 2. Día 1. El de la loca está en la pradera, la pobre. No, porque el mando no me llama. Bueno, supongo que es como todo, acostumbrarse.
Solidify.
No me tires cosas, que te hago así, te hago Illusion Shadow. ¡FTP! Te hago el chetepismo así civil y luego así, ¡pum, pum, pum! ¡FTP! ¡FTP! Y luego así, y luego así, otra vez. Y mueres. Y tú también. No hay sumiles aquí. Hostia, que me caigo. No me quiero caer. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. Ah, ya hicimos las misiones estas y cogimos el trocito del Ilúpar y todo. Qué chetiles somos, joder, como dice él. Me hice la elegida de Vilkis aquí, entonces. Me hice la
Toxins are
elegida de
great at keeping the
Vilkis.
sand out of your...
Sí que me hice la elegida de Vilkis. Sí que me hice la elegida de Vilkis, chaval. Qué chetiles somos, joder. Y la J. Varena del bien y del mal también nos la hicimos, ¿no? ¿O no? Ah, no. No, porque está muy verde esto, no. Esta es que no la he hecho, no. ¿Se habrá despertado el gusano de las tinieblas ya? Para hacérselo otra vez al almacén. ¿Qué me ha dado aquí? Ah, inicia sesión, las diarias, coño. Ahora vamos a hacer las diarias. Bueno, vamos a hacerlas y ahora vamos a por el gusano porque yo creo que no está todavía, ¿no? Sí. ¿Estás, gusano insurréctico? Ah, sí. Pues hacemos el gusano y una diaria, ¿vale? Bueno, y las diarias, no una, todas.
Order guide you.
This way, pretty little. Hey there! Hey there! Hiya!
Stabilize.
Roll! Watch out! Watch out!
¡FTP! Pocho un Raiden, tío.
Shine down. Committed to memory. This way, pretty little.
Crumble.
A cagar. Bicho insurréctico cavernícola. Ya lo dije, para sus es muy cómodo el mapeado de las palancas. Algunas están bien, pero es cómodo, ¿crees? Yo ni de coña disparo con los gatillos. Tan fatal es. Que es humilde ese Ps4 para lo suyo. Es muy chetil, hombre. Mando la Xbox. Es muy chetil. Sí, es muy parecido al de la Play.
Solidify.
I see everything. Illusion shattered. Coming at ya. Watch out.
Dime, Orleán, cariño. ¿Eres chetilla, insurrectillera? La vivaz Orleán. Vamos a meterle estopa a la maga esta cicín que hay aquí, ya que estoy de pie. Que siempre vienen bien las magas cicín. Hostia, pero si tiene hasta el cofre, pero bueno. ¡Qué chetil! ¡Qué sorpresa más grata! ¡Oh, ay, ay!
Everyone hold hands. Shine down. Coming at ya. Coming at ya.
Ya, te has muerto. Pues me llevo esto y me llevo el cofre. ¡Oh, ay, ay! ¡Qué chetil! ¡Un cofretil! ¡Qué chetil! Oye, un cofretil totalmente inesperado. Yo digo, voy a matar a la magacifín. Y he matado a la magacifín y le he quitado el cofrecín. También, chetilín. Ah, por eso. Venga, la crisis de los escudos insurrécticos avernícolas del infierno, como dice Ep. Silence. Tirititi, 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 tirititi.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered. Watch out.
Morid insurrectos avernícolas. ¿Esto qué es? El robot de mierda. Flojito, como siempre, pero bueno, no me preocupa. No estoy haciendo el pase, estoy haciendo las diarias epsetépicas ahora, epsetepep. Ahora no estoy haciendo el pase, estoy haciendo las diarias epsetépicas insurrécticas avernícolas. Sí, aún está, Chris, te lo puedes rusar de una. Porque ya está liberado del todo. Son 5 pruebas. En media hora te lo ruseas. Menos. Menos porque cada prueba son como 2 minutos. Y la última dura lo que tú quieras que dure, más o menos, porque vas aguantando mientras mates bichos. Con lo cual, en un cuarto de hora te lo cepillas. Tú mira, lo que tarden las cargas. Y tú en Play 5 ni te enteras. ¿Ves? Son 5 pruebitas que te las haces, vamos, con la boina. Te las haces con la boina, sin despeinarte, como dice Epchetépico. Sumil. Eres un sumil insurrectil del Averno.
Grow. Shine down.
Epchetepec. Pochogun, tío. Pochogun Raiden. Pochogun Raiden. Aparte que Microsoft no quiere que ninguna mujer sea bonita. Y hasta amenazaron a sus devs, pues. ¿Cómo que ninguna mujer sea bonita? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué dices eso? Sí, pero que te lo haces en 20 minutos el evento, Chris, ¿eh? Tú en la Play 4, en la Play 5 te lo haces en 20 minutos. Literal, ¿eh? Te lo ruseas de una. Para quedar bien con los progres, como Chris. ¿Eh? He leído mal. Claro. Digo, para quedar bien con los progres. Y leo debajo, como Chris. Pero hombre, Chris no sé yo si será muy progre. Pero es que ha quedado super pro. Dice, para quedar bien con los progres. Y pone el otro, como Chris. Qué pro eres. Eres progre, tío, Chris. Progre náutico. FTP todos.
Hey there! Just wait here a little.
I will have
Coge
order.
el euro.
Hey there!
Deja de tirarme mierda. Baja de ahí. Baja de ahí. FTP. Toma ya. Pochogun Raiden, Pochogun Raiden. Todos. Pochogun Raiden, Pochogun Raiden. Desde Stellar hubo un comunicado de Microsoft. ¿Cómo que desde Stellar? Dirigido a Stellar será. ¿O a qué te refieres?
Add Astra.
Hombre, que yo sepa, en Play a la Aloy la hicieron bastante feota la segunda parte. Cuenta, todos
Thank
somos
you for
oídos.
completing today's commissions.
Todos somos
Here
oídos.
is your reward.
Bien, viva las recompensas humildes insurrectas. Recolecta 10 minerales. No he recolectado. Ah, no, claro, porque los he recolectado esta mañana haciendo las diarias. Criche triste, tío. Joder, no hay ninguno que me dé doble. Qué mal, ¿no? Ahí estamos. Vamos a hacer otra vez el boss de almacén, ¿no? Hoy no lo subiremos, pero lo dejamos hecho una vez más. Hola R, sum R. Microsoft no quiere personajes sexys o bonitas, ya que no son estándares realistas y no sé qué tanta wea. No sé qué tanta wea más. Wea man. Wea chetea eres.
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Vamos a hacer el boss de almacén una vez más, gente. Así ya lo dejamos a una tirada. Bueno, pero es lo que te digo, en Sony tampoco es que se cubran de gloria, porque lo de Stellar Blade no es cosa de Sony, es cosa de la desarrolladora esta coreana, chetífera. En el Fallout te pueden una gran waifu. Ps4, ¿eh? Y en el... ¿Cómo se llama? Este del... El Forbidden West este nuevo... Parece un machirulo, Aloy, perdona. Parece un machirulo. No sé por qué la han afeado tanto. Y es Sony, ¿eh? No es Mocosoft. Es un exclusivo de Sony. No es Mocosoft. Te puedes crear una waifu chetífera insurréctica luminosa del Averno y poderosa. Con 2 alegrías o sin alegrías. FTP. No huyas, infiel.
Stabilize. Order guide you. Gather.
Watch out! Illusion shattered.
Ya verás, te voy a hacer la del oso otra vez. FTP. Pochogun Raiden al ataque. Muere criatura vernícola. Tres sumiles me da ahora, ¿sabes? Me podía haber dado otros dos. Bono de daño G o... 3 sumiles, tío. Me ha dejado a las puertas. Me podía haber dado antes otro de 3 sumiles. Y había podido subir al almacén. Toma, 10 jefes epchetépicos. Qué pocas lunas, coño. Pochogun Raiden, tío, me llaman. Pochogun Raiden, tío. Pochogun Raiden. Pochogun. Toma, arena en los ojos, te tira. Es de los pocos lanceros que no se tira para adelante con el cargado, ¿sabes? No te gires, te da vergüenza, hija. FTP. El ojo del poder y la sabiduría extrema. Esquipelle, tirani, tirani. Esquipelle, tirani, tirani. Esquipelle, tiraritati. Esquipelle, tiraritati.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Miércoles, sábado y domingo. Miércoles, sábado y domingo también. Cuernos cavernícolas. Ah, lo tienen cambiado. topito ámbar. De ella necesitamos un mandoble de 5 estrellas para ti, ni que sea un orgullo celestial, hija. Ni que sea un orgullo celestial. Bueno, hay un set en condiciones. Pochimilla pochítica. Ahora con el nuevo CEO dejarán pasar más waifus como Stellar. El Hiroki Titoki el Hiroki Totoki o como se llame. ¿Qué Chetil quién? ¿Chris? ¿O el nuevo CEO de Sony? El nuevo CEO de Sony es Chetil, el Hiroki Totoki o algo así. ¿Yo por qué? Si no he hecho nada, tío. Yo tengo a mi Pochoun solo por la vida, pobrecita. Hiroki Totoki creo que se llama, el nuevo CEO de Sony Games. Vamos, de PlayStation. Hiroki Totoki o algo así. Ganas que juegues a Stellar Chris, ya quiero bien la waifu. Coño, juégalo tú, que tú tienes la Play 5, Badulaque. Yo no lo puedo jugar porque soy humilde y tengo la Play 4. Pero Chris no lo va a jugar en directo, dijo, Dijo que pondrá algún vídeo de bosses y cosas. Es su mes. A mí me gustan los streams de juego. Las sesiones, vamos. Pochogun Raiden, Pochogun Raiden. Cuando salga EPP. Exacto. 80 pavos, ya ves. 80 pavos como 80 soles cuesta. ...23 de abril, Chris. Ah, es de 4 estrellas, coño, pensé que era de 5. No tengo ninguno de 5 electro. Mira, electro. Buah, defensa y maestría, ¿qué quieres que te diga? Entiéndeme, desde el cariño. Esto es compañía dorada. Mira, este le puede venir bien a la pochirina, que es de vida y es de su set. Pero no tenemos más, ¿no? No tengo huevos fritos de 5 estrellas, ¿no? No tengo huevos fritos, ¿no? No. Y plumas tampoco tengo plumas de la compañía dorada. Relojes sí, pero de vida, bueno, y de defensa. Le puedo poner 2 a Pochirina. Ya no tengo. Huevos fritos no tengo, macho. Pero ni de 4 estrellas, creo. Porque este es del cazador fantasmal. No tengo huevo frito ni de 4 estrellas. Y este es el set de Navia, ¿no? El gameplay sí lo subiré y los bosses aparte. Tengo que repetir comentarios. Te he leído, Sumil. Te he leído, pero solo tengo 2 ojos. Y si estoy mirando los artefactos no puedo leerte, Sumil. Te he leído. Que si subirás gameplay y luego los bosses. Pues guay, el gameplay te lo veré. Hombre, y los bosses alguno también, pero a mí solo los bosses no me apasionan. No tengo ningún gorrito de tu set. Vale. Ni ningún otro de prof, ¿no? No. Imagínate que tuvieras 30 personas hablando. Hombre, estaría más por el chat si fuerais 30, claro. Pero, por ejemplo, ayer os pusisteis chaca chaca los dos, pero como estabais hablando del Honkai, entiéndeme, a mí el Honkai, con todo el respeto... Además que no me voy a poner a opinar del Honkai porque no lo juego, ¿sabes? Hombre, quitaría el bot. Si el bot me sube comentarios, lo pararía. Claro, si fuerais 30, lo pararía, sumiles. Pero sois 2 hablando del Honkai. Bueno, hoy estáis hablando del Stellar Blade, que bueno, tampoco lo puedo jugar, pero... es sumil. Eso del Honkai no pasa nada. Pásate al Honkai Sumil, sí, en móvil me voy a pasar. No tengo yo otra cosa, o sea, llevo toda la noche dándole vueltas. Me paso al Honkai, me paso al Honkai. Me paso al Honkai. Te lo juro que llevo toda la noche dándole vueltas, Sí, me paso al Honkai, de verdad, En móvil, además, que tiene más emoción. Sin dudarlo. Uy, esta pobre se lleva toda cena. Pobrecita. Es humilla. Y aún así la pobre tiene 500 de maestría, animalito, y no tiene artefactos. Lo dudo. Sí, he estado toda la noche dándole vueltas. Me paso al Honkai en móvil y dejo el Genshin, que es guay. Toda la noche dándole vueltas, Que yo quiero a Kafka y poder hacer... ¡Bum! Y ya con eso soy feliz. Solo con ver cómo cruza las piernas y dice... ¡Bu! Con eso ya... mi vida está realizada. Ya no tengo que hacer más. Ya puedo morir mañana. ¿Sabes? El Búho móvil sí será un suplicio. Ya, como el Genshin. A mí esto es de mundo abierto. Yo las pocas veces que he jugado al Genshin en móvil ha sido cuando he viajado algo por coger la bendición y he intentado hacer las diarias, las he hecho, pero claro, he tardado, si normalmente tardo 5 minutos en la Play, he tardado de 25 a 30 minutos en la en el móvil. Sí, lo sé. Por eso te digo que alguna vez que jugaba al Genshin en móvil, las diarias, 25-30 minutos, lo que normalmente hago en 5 minutos ya, ¿sabes? Pues en móvil me cuesta bastante más, con lo cual el Búho ni te cuento. Probaré el Búho en móvil, pero lo probaré. No creo que me enganche, ¿sabes? Porque se me hará un suplicio. Más que nada por coger las recompensas. Si algún día sale en Play 4, cosa que dudo, pues por lo menos tendré esa cuenta con lo que me hayan dado. Ya. Bueno, a mí en Genshin se me hace jodido también, ¿eh? En móvil, ya te digo que me costaba. Yo soy más humilde que tú, claro. Madre mía, todo lo que tengo por hacer. La misión de almacén es un petardo. Voy a comprar la de Furina, que es una mierda, pero bueno. Qué misión más cutre le hicieron a la pobre. Vamos a hacer la de Kiori, que no la he visto. A ver qué tal es. Next customer. Vamos a hacer la misión de Kiori, a ver qué tal. Vamos a hacer la misión de Kiori, a ver qué tal. Que no la tengo hecha en ningún lado. Next customer.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning.
Vale, Chris, igualmente, tío, un abrazo. Gracias por pasarte como siempre. Espero que te hayas entretenido y te hayas divertido, que es la intención. Y disfruta mucho de la sumez. Hostia, me ha chupado la misión. Mírala, la Kiori, chaval, yo la tengo.
Is this really okay?
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chioria boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me by.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today? Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all.
Sumilla es.
Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid!
Oh, that. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun, but it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, It was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established meme now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year?
Qué ojos más bonitos tienes, Kiori, ¿eh? Me gusta.
In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought. All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chioria designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh, something like that. Yes.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through. Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while.
Juguemos un duelo de invocación de los sabios.
Maybe next time. Considering how late this delivery is, I'm not sure this is the time to play cards. Plus, I know this shipment is really important to Chiori, so wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Está mintiendo.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
Son más honestas que tú, dice.
Alright. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komani Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you?
Míticos. En sus résticos avernícolas, chetíferos y poderosos. Y calvíferos. Ahora vengo. No presumas de esas dos waifus. Yo las tengo a las dos. Son de la historia, pero yo las tengo a las dos waifus. Mira qué ojazos tiene Kiori, ¿eh? Qué ojazos más bonitos.
Well... Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk.
En pantalla, sí, pero las tengo además.
So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me. So, one of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chioria Boutique's delivery.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured and...
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
Alright. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter.
No, that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
Acabamos de empezar la misión de Kiori R, que tú decías el otro día que la querías ver, pues acaba de empezar hace 5 minutos.
So you both know this Uter guy? Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure.
He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square.
Muy bien.
Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design
Así conoceremos
choices,
mejor
my
a
use of
Kiori y la
materials.
veremos más guay política.
Practically
Con
tried
sus
every
medias
trick in
sin
the
sus
book to ruin
réplicas.
my
Mira las
brand.
medias que tiene, chaval. Molan cada vez más.
I've already warned him before.
Personaje tipo Senge va a ser.
But I guess he prefers Black
Una
Derby.
especie en extinción.
Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
La gran esquipeada de la
Wait,
4.5.
going?
La pobre. Vienen la Arlequino y
To
Esquipellet
teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long
y
journey.
Kazuha.
Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
Eito.
Chiori! Wait!
And she's gone.
Mira la cara de Paimon. Se fue.
Oh no.
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about Traveler. Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of...
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uter guy's safety.
Recordaremos esta noche. Uy, qué título más chetil con Kiori. Recordaremos esta noche con Kiori. Aquí no la tengo a Kirara. En esta cuenta no, claro, ni a Kiori. Pero en otra sí que la tengo a Kirara. Y en otra tengo a Kiori Chetori, que es chetífera y poderosa, insurréctica y luminosa. Pocho un Raiden, ponte el ojo detrás, hombre, que te ilumine la vida. Mira, Chebrus, Chebrus. Chebrus. Oye, está lleno de estrellas invitadas, esta versión, esta legendaria.
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that.
Cuando me llamas oficial.
Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Chevraz, we meet again.
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made. I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Have I ever made a bad call?
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Que aproveche, chete épico.
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach
Gracias.
him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither.
De nada,
I'm requesting personal
Buen provecho,
supervision
chetífero.
from said captain,
Con las
so
waifus en
I don't
pantalla.
do anything too out of line.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
All right. Where is this person?
Follow me.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Ya no corras, que me da miedo.
When
Espérame a
trouble
ver,
stops
¿me
coming my
espera?
way, I'll be sure to get on that.
No, no, no me espera. Qué cabrona. No, no, no me espera, ¿eh? Hostia, ha metido el turbo, ¿eh?
This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a...
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you-scrap.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like but put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And as a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Hyman!
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful, and in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Huh? Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the... So he's back at it, huh? His funeral...
Whoa, what's this about a funeral?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Bueno, porque está llena de estrellas invitadas, esta legendaria, chaval. Ha salido Kirara, ahora sale Chebrus porque es amiga suya.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Qué chetillo. De Kiori, de Kiori.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Qué chetilla es. Me mola más todavía. Waifulítica suprema insurréctica vernícola del Averno.
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks. Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Chiori?
Qué chetilla es, con sus medias poderosas insurrécticas luminosas.
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity.
Es competencia.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
Hay que leer, que lo acaban de decir, macho. Cuando has llegado lo estaban diciendo.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
Qué chetilla es.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
that's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
Qué ojazos tiene, la mujer esta, macho. Qué bonitos son.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
Qué lanzamiento tan
You're too
hermoso.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that.
I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with it. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're
Qué
maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Qué chetil es. Bueno, vamos a ponernos de Fontaine, coño. Que estamos en Fontaine, vamos con la diosa Navia. Que además el diseño de Navia es de Kiori también, ¿no?
We're back.
Kirara chetil. Qué chetilla es. Waifulítica insurréctica.
You were gone for an awfully long time.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rasula can take the second half. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or
Sí, pero han atacado un montón de
sunglasses, for that
insurrectos
matter.
humildes.
Don't you think this is a
La han
bit much?
amenazado. Está guay la misión, me está molando, cachonda.
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends. Yes, well put.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers...
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory
Es muy
access.
chetilla.
You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned
Momento.
fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Well... I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to,
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand renowned throughout all of Teyvat.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
Podremos quedarnos con lo que nos probemos.
Most of the clothes you see during Fashion Week are meant to showcase the designer's vision. They're not exactly suitable for ready-to-wear use. If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches you.
Ooh, sounds great! Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design stuff.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids' designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Me mola que me llamen Sumillo, me hace mucha gracia.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already she's not a little kid.
Speaking of clothes, do yours happen to need any mending right now, Kirara?
Well, since you asked, Chiori, there's this part around my waist.
Oh, need a bit of letting out around the middle.
No! It's a tear! Those bad guys did it.
My time with the Spines taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Qué pro, que vamos a entrar a la sastrería, tío.
Chiori, we're here!
Qué chula es, ¿no?
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself.
Qué chetilla es Navia, joder. Qué pro es, me encanta. Mira la que se tira ahí, escoltada por los Espina y Rosula, cualquiera le espía, ¿sabes? Esta es como Rarit y de Mip. No sé qué es eso de Rarit y de Mip, pero vale.
They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another...
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you...
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity.
Navia es un amor.
That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit for my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of that. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah! Come on, let's get down to business, we're here!
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you... help...
Set them up?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
Minijuego chetil. Ordena la sastrería a Kiori.
We just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
No, coño, está mal hecho. No me había fijado en las temáticas.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, let's move on. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plan? It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Síguela. Viajero, síguela, a ver qué le ha
Is it
pasado.
just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now?
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Espero que no.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
¿Cómo?
Oh, could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so...
Porque ya la has visto. No me spoilees, ¿eh? Que te caneo.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Eso es que les ha pagado el cabrón este.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals.
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare your...
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
Alright.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
¿Y qué hablaba de Genshin?
Chiori.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own. And the real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her
vale.
work? Go on. What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread. All the elements that lend life.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your design?
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your...
Thank you. In that case, please...
Qué pro, tío, que hemos estado en la sastrería de Kiori. Qué chetil es, ¿eh? Bien, está guay. Me mola más Kiori cada vez. Cada vez estoy más contento de haberla sacado a ella y a sus medias mágicas. Nah, la casa de Furina es una casa sumil. Tanto da.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Ya, pero tampoco tiene sentido que puedas entrar en todas las casas libremente.
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days I never...
So, these rumors. This...
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate...
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama...
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so...
Every house? That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
Bueno, eso sí estaría curioso.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time,
Sí.
Shiori. The article was even published
Eso sí
alongside
estaría
the
bien, que hubiera una taberna para jugar los desafíos semanales en cualquier ciudad. Bueno.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating...
Yesterday? Wait, that...
Ucher again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Behind the
¿Y
scenes,
la
the
foto?
true Chioria boutique takes shape. Not a fact. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chioria brand
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
La de Kiori, tío.
I appreciate you standing up for me, Pamela, but it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
But that was so long ago.
Sí, chetífero y poderoso.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, it can never... They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence...
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your... But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
If I were younger, I might have said yes.
Claro, es humilde.
But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
Ah, este es el padre de la dependienta de Love. Está muy chetilla, me gusta. Me cae mejor Kiori cada vez. Es más waifulítica y las medias brillan más.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year. You just need to wait for all...
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choices.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you in?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is... best of luck.
Understood. Take care.
Take care.
So, what should we do now?
Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room. I should have seen it from the beginning. Uter knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday...
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Hombre, mira. Otra estrella invitada.
Traveler, Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims.
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to. She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite.
Anda, mira, diseñó el sombrero y el lacito de mi daguerrotipo, me se va a
Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She was just
Mira el gorrito y estos son cosas de Kiori.
Maybe she went over there? Let's go check.
Qué chetilla Charlotte también.
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
Gilipollas. Es muy chetilla.
I've even bought from them before. Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure.
Gilipollas.
Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Oh no, we've lost. Did you hear what all those people...
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had it. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes.
El sombrero de Scara no, el sombrero de Scara no.
Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking...
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss...
You've got a point. Let's just return to the...
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the
La de
one
la
who
boda,
came to
¿no?
collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning that dress too.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and he probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something she heard me out, and then told me not to worry.
Casi igual.
She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress. And that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on.
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it.
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Hey, Ayla! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were.
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori...
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss...
All right, sounds good. Let's go!
Le das una hostia y los pones panza arriba a los bichos, los pobres. Vaya hostia. Más tonta, ¿no? Sí, les das una hostia y se ponen panza arriba, pero te siguen valiendo. Para el esquipisli. Mira, que viene tu amiga Navi a hablar contigo, Kiori, cariño.
There you are, Chiori!
How did you know where I... Ayla told you, didn't she?
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
Alright, don't mind if we do.
Well, how does it feel?
Qué mona es. Es humilla waifulítica, ¿eh?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of...
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoke. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the...
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with tradition. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits. Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my...
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted.
Son nuevas, melón, esas.
I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion. Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
Back? It was never gone to begin with.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her either. I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
Sounds good! We'll come with! As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but... to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time thinking about all that, I just... can't bear to take even one step back. The sea.
What did you just say, Chiori?
The sea. Seashells, coral. I've got it.
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
¡Ps4! Salta al mar. ¡Jerónimo!
Shiori, why did you just jump into the sea?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitwell? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us!
Lumistela preciosa. Esta no vale para esquipellet, ¿no? Flor rocío marino preciosa. Como navia de preciosa. Caracola fluorescente preciosa. Ps4 precioso.
These should be enough, right? Paimon picked all the Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
Yes, but don't forget, we've got...
Ps4
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
Me está gustando muchísimo más esta legendaria dentro de que es algo cotidiano, se podría decir, que la de Furina, pero 1000 veces más. Sobre todo lo que tiene que ver con el personaje, ¿sabes? Es como si nos hubieran puesto a esta cocinando. Qué mal que no me salió. A mí me está encantando, de verdad que sí. En su estilo, o sea, no hay combate, pero la historia está chula. Y vas conociendo más a Kiori. Le coges más cariño. Sí, sí, es que la de Furina es una sumez. Ella no tiene la culpa, pero la historia que le hicieron fue una mierda. Para ser quien es, ¿sabes? Seguro que con Ganyu. ¿Quién es esa persona? Bueno, es que Kim más también.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I...
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it! Wait, what did you just say?
¿Cómo?
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits!
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then... Here goes...
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you.
No voy a
Of course,
sorprenderles.
if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
Chas, chas, chas.
Just this once.
Rompe la ropa en
I
pedazos.
think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
Mira qué chetil que tienen vida. Mira, y salen telas. Qué chetil es, cómo mola estos minijuegos Chippy Flies. Me encanta. Qué chetil.
Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so
Anda,
long.
mira
I
la
got caught
diosa.
up in... Whoa. What happened to your shop? Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop. Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the
Qué grande es
Spina
Nadia.
returned the favor.
Me encanta.
Maybe you should calm down a bit.
Waifu suprema insurréctica.
Huh?
Oof, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now. Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all...
Nadia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy.
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom to...
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show. When
Qué
are you going to
chetil,
get
qué
started?
invitados
I can help you
extras
sew
tiene
too.
la misión, me encanta. Y además Nadia Chetavia, claro.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
Hostia, Linnea y Lynette, chaval.
Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique? Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Not this again.
Me encanta.
What should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any help?
Sort them by the type of fabric first, and then by color. Oh, and don't forget to remove any accessories and put them to the side.
That sounds pretty straightforward. I'll help too.
Buscar Linnea y Lynette. Qué chetil es Nadia, joder. A ver si viene su rerun ya, coño. Me encanta, pues me está encantando, tío, con la de gente invitada chetífera. O sea, son las misiones que me encantan, con personajes que nos importan. No como la de Furina, que es una mierda, que solo conoces a Furina y la obrita está de teatro, que no tengo nada en su contra, pero son penejotas random que no vuelves a ver en la vida, ¿sabes? Mientras que aquí mola porque conoces a todo el mundo. Son chetíferos insurrécticos luminosos del Averno infernal. Y además juegas con Navia super chetil, ¿sabes? Que es waifulítica suprema, además. Es la novia de Fontaine. Me está encantando la misión, de verdad, Solo falta que salga Furina. Pues sí. No lo digas muy alto.
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help.
Okay, so it's like this.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Paimon's glad to hear it!
Qué ilusión me hizo que nos regalaran a Lynette, de verdad. Porque me parece muy monina.
Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uter fair and square at the show.
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second?
Yeah, something like that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
A mí me hizo mucha ilusión que nos la regalaran a Lynette. La quiero subir y usarla. En alguna cuenta la subiré, la chetaré. Bueno, no será super cheta, pero la podré usar.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time.
Espera 2 días. Esto de los 2 días es una mandanga, ¿sabes? Ve a la fábrica de Uther. Está el río Ceniciento.
Oh, you're here.
Chiori! How are the new outfits coming along?
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Olaf. We should be able to make...
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uther has closed his factory.
Okay, Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but...
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can't stop by. We're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
Well, when you put it...
Anyway, Uther's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes.
All right. Ooh, It's really creepy. Paimon would never choose to buy
Muy chetín.
anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
A mí me está encantando. Muy chetífera. Qué bonita es Navia, joder. No me cansaré de decirlo nunca. Mira esos tirabuzones, qué guay cómo se le mueven. Let's go, Tomato. Ay, qué guay que te dejan probar. A ver, que así me hago una idea para equipar la mía. Tiene 1700 de ataque y 1200 de defensa. La mía está más o menos, ¿eh? La mía tiene 1700 y 1500 o algo así. Maestría nada. Va con su arma, obviamente. Que es como el palo de Furina. Básicamente. Joder, es muy top el arma, ¿eh? Aparte que es bien bonita. No sé por qué no le ponen con su set, pero bueno, nobleza, como siempre. C3, la C1 hace que no hace falta un Zongli. Ah, veremos las muñequitas estas humiles, creo que es en la C2. 696. Cada vez estoy más contento de haberla sacado, ¿eh? Y ya te digo que la pongo en la lista de deseos, en la cuenta principal. O en otra, o en la drama, donde sea.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please, follow me, dear guests. First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand. After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Laterra seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Yep, this seems like Laterra's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room. Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it moving?
It seems to have stopped.
Where did this thing take us?
Seems like there's someplace deeper inside the factory.
Joder, 76 de pro, ¿sabes? Y 172 de daño crítico. Y el bono Geos por la elemental, ¿eh? Este bono. Vale, pues más o menos la tengo, ya te digo, 1700, 1200, o sea, está bien. El arma que le tengo no es tan chetil, pero bueno, es la de albedo que le da mucha defensa. No le da daño crítico, pero la defensa. Vale.
Committed to memory. Grow.
Ah, me la han cambiado.
Hey there! Hey there! This place is filthy!
Look over there.
Ooh, that water looks super nasty!
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uter.
So he was actually the one who opened an underground...
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made...
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
That's terrifying! Let's take some photos right... This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Alright. Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
¡Ay! Me caí. Qué medias más chulas tiene, ¿eh? Son chetíferas, insurrécticas y luminosas. Chetíferas y poderosas.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too. Huh? What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because...
Wait, you're practically at each other's throats! Now you're
when I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter, but with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uter's confidence disappeared little by little. Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of. For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud.
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and...
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened...
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything. Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Maybe... that didn't do anything either.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Solidify!
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Now you shall perish!
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
There is no escape! Lend me a hand. Delicate as silk.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Me ha tirado.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
pesada la vocecita.
Unauthorized intruders. Entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Entering expulsion mode.
We finally made it out. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders.
¿Qué
Initiating
hace?
shutdown procedure.
¿Qué ha pasado? Ah, que me echa el vapor ese para afuera.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
Ah, no, por aquí no hay salida. ¿Dónde es?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
Voz de pista, dice.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
Sí, está original, ¿verdad?
Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
¡Hala! ¡Hola! ¡Qué rico!, ¿no? Oye, qué chetil esta misión, ¿no, gente? Chetífera, insurréctica del Averno. Toma y se tira de cabeza como una diosa. Madre mía, mañana full sesión Kiori, gente. Mañana full sesión Kiori. Hostia, que estamos en el este Ceniciento.
Out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here.
No te dejan. Si te dejan repetirla, la repetía. Hombre, esta misma no, pero...
Finally, the entrance. At last.
Oh, those
Pero sí que
chambers
tengo
couldn't
varios
hold
sitios para
you, I
hacerla.
see. What a surprise.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your...
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have...
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
What? Destroying Chioria Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance!
You know what your problem is, Uter? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself
that you let it
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is fashion but another form of
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal. But it's up to you to decide what it is. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my ideal, and it's not going to change.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that...
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uter. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never happen. You think you understand, but you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
Pathetic. It's pathetic.
Pathetic? Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Teyvat by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools. But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
You...
Yeah, just leave this guy to us!
No, you go instead.
But he has a gun!
Sí, quedan pocos. Este es épico.
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan. I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best delivered in person.
Catch up with us soon!
Trying to leave, are we?
Navia.
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter. But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this. If I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy. Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chioria brand.
Theory.
The Chioria brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
¿Cómo me va?
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chioria Boutique has prepared for you today.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
an enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chioria brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself.
Mira, Linnea y Lynette se tío, pero sin sus résticos cavernícolas.
Did Chiori not...
Mira, el viajero. Y Simon. Un Atamoto.
Cameras, over here, please.
Let the show begin.
Let the show begin.
the world
Mira,
will
Lynette.
change.
fashion along with it.
Uy, el Linnea,
Chioria will
madre
remain the
mía.
same.
Mira Navia,
No
qué bonita que le
challenge is too
pongan esta
great.
skin, tío.
Chioria
Mira
caters to
Kirara,
no
qué
one.
chetilla.
Not even the times. Rather, Chioria will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget.
Qué chetilla es. ¡FTP! Dice ahí, cha, 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 cha. Mira, mira, toda la ropita ahí chetífera. ¡Qué chulo!
Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand.
Toma ya.
Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
¡Qué chetilo, oye! ¡Cómo me ha molado! ¡Qué cinemática más chula! La legendaria de Kiori, Sumil.
How about this?
Mira, Navia, la diosa. ¡Qué chetilla es!
A little more to the left. Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks great! Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Tevat without a fancy signboard of your own? The Spina's way ahead of you in that regard.
Espina tiene su propio cartel también, sí.
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of those.
Our signatures are the Grinmouth and Cat and the Bogglecat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pero ese es el pingüino de Frenillet.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about...
Furiambriento.
The Hangry Bird.
Me encanta cuando se ríe Navia, es un amor.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
And a bit cramped.
Demasiado apretujados.
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Que trajo Sumillo.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Mira, esto lo diseñó Kiori, el lacito y el sombrerito.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You really mean it?
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
What about something other than a costume?
Thank you, Chiori. It's much
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right?
I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
Huh? About that.
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
Me encanta. Qué chetilla, Navia. Mira la cara de esos dos bobos.
What? Oh, that's so embarrassing. Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show. Appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization. Using weaponry in public. hosting a dangerous performance without...
Shivers, we can explain!
Espero su resumen felizmente.
If you
Te
come
mola,
across
¿eh?
anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
Enjoyed that, didn't you? You nearly scared me half to death.
Vaya susto me has dado.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Sandra, and the man responsible all tied up and handed to you on a silver platter. Sounds pretty thoughtful if you ask me.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts. Let's go.
Pues sí.
Stina's treat.
I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun. Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Wenger on the way here. He had a message for you.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about everything.
You know him well.
Thanks again, Chevres.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was really quite an amazing show.
You don't say.
All right. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
Peñón, por
Traveler,
detrás.
hi, Mom. Could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give you.
A place with a view? Oh, Paimon!
Perfect. I'll be right there. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
Una skin. ¿Te imaginas que nos dieran una skin? Anda.
And in the style of Chioria Boutique too! Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two. You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side. There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win, even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you.
A lo largo de Nazlan puede venir, sí. Pero al principio no creo, ¿eh? A mediados de Nazlan, seguramente.
A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chioria Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you're...
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world. much less any individual. I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while longer.
Bueno, ya se verá,
You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine,
recordaremos esta noche. Qué chula, qué legendaria más chula, tío. Me ha encantado. Me ha encantado. Chula, chula, chula. Además con un montón de invitados, chetíferos. Me ha parecido espectacular. Voy a marcar ese santuario de las profundidades avernícolas, como dice R, porque no lo tengo marcado. Y así lo tengo marcado para cuando tenga una llave avernícola poderlo coger. Qué raro que no lo tenga marcado, ¿eh? Si es este el dominio del HT. Sí, bueno, bien, sí, hay ganillas. Tampoco, bueno, sí. A ver qué se viene, pero vamos, tampoco no... Oh, no tengo llaves.
Stabilize.
Hola, que de lumidulces aquí, ¿no? Qué chetíferas, joder. Ah, no tenía hecho este puzzle. Pues lo hago ahora. Hola, que de lumidulces, ¿no? Qué chetíferas. Vaya hombre, pesado. ¿Quedan más? Ah, este.
Solidify.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable.
A tomar por culo todos. Yo espero que sea chica, francamente. De hecho, creo que ya han dicho, ya se sabe que todos los arcontes que faltan serán chicas. No, no se ha muerto, no se ha muerto. De hecho, dijeron que todos los arcontes que faltan son chicas ya. Ya solo falta la de Nazlan y la de Snesnaya, que es la zarina, o sea. Solo hay dos arcontos que son Zhongli y Venti. Va a ser una waifulina. Lo que espero que no sea Loli, no creo que sea Loli. La Loli que se vio en el vídeo debe ser un 5 estrellas, como Cino, ¿sabes? No, no va a ser chico. No, va a ser chica chetífera. Sí, no, bueno, pueden hacer lo que les dé la gana, evidentemente. Es su juego, es sus categorías y se lo llevan, pero es muy sumil. Mira, más lumidulces, tío. Joder, no sabía que había tantas aquí, qué chetiles. Ah, este es el que te tienes que romper las piernas, ¿no? Para cogerlos. Pues nada, Zongli, te ha tocado, macho.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Va a ser una chica waifulítica suprema insurréctica. FTP 8-1 Raiden. Porque va a ser una furina, no, espero que no sea una furina, Espero que sea más una Raiden que una furina. No quiero más lolis ni arcontes sumillas. Quiero mamis poderosas, como la Raiden o como de ella. Francesca, la arconte piro española. Sí, claro, Francesca. Venga ya, hombre. Que sea una mami chetífera como lo es Mami Raiden. Necesitamos otra mami, tío. Tenemos a Zongli, que es el papucho. Tenemos el juzbandillo, que es Venti. Tenemos a la Shogun, que es la mami. Tenemos a Najida, que es la Loli. Y que falta otra mami. Falta otra mami chetífera, joder. Hostia, el anzuelo de esta, no lo he cogido, espérate. Yo no quiero una furina sumil, Oye, me ha encantado la legendaria de Kiori, gente. Me ha encantado la legendaria de Kiori con todos los guest stars que tiene. Espectacular, Hacía tiempo que no disfrutaba tanto una legendaria. Porque las hay muy pochas, las hay muy chetiles, también. La Esquipellez que la empecé, la tengo a medias porque es larga. pero también está chula. Es de otro estilo, es más de historia un poco, ¿sabes? De lore del personaje tal. Aquí es un lore, pero más... Sí, sí, me ha parecido sensacional, entretenida. Conoces a Kiori de otra manera, le coges más cariño, está muy chetil. Me ha gustado mucho, me ha caído muy bien Kiori. ¿Ves? Para lo mal que me la vendieron en el evento, porque en el evento me la vendieron como una seta de tía. Sin embargo, H. Bruce me la vendieron bastante bien. En el evento me la vendieron muy bien H. Bruce. Pero a Kiori me la vendieron como una seta. Pero en su legendaria, la verdad, me ha encantado. Me ha caído muy bien, es muy maja y muy waifurítica. Y tiene medias mágicas y chetíferas. Que lo sepas. Me ha encantado. Ya te digo que las comparaciones son odiosas, pero comparada con la Furina, con la de Furina, con el papel que tuvo Furina en la historia, me parece una falta de respeto la legendaria de mierda que le hicieron. ¿Sabes? La legendaria de mierda que le hicieron a Furina es que no tiene el perdón de Dios. La mierda que le hicieron de legendaria. No tengo peces, tío. Bueno, sí tengo, pero no tengo los que necesito. Claro, es que apenas he pescado aquí. Falta la segunda parte de QR. La segunda parte de QR falta. Bueno, hasta que salga, pero vamos, la primera sí una chochez. Y como le dan la visión me parece una Q3 también. En mitad de una cinemática pocha, ¿sabes? Francamente me parece una pochez histórica.
Steady now, it's the final stretch. What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Stay strong.
Yeah, you nearly got him. Whoa, nice catch.
La misión de Furina es una sumez, la que le hicieron. O sea, me parece una falta de respeto.
Victory is almost ours. What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Stay strong.
Ya te digo, la de Kiori me ha encantado, tío, además. Con Kirara, con Navia, con Chebrus, con Linnea, con Lynette, con Charlotte, sensacional. Todo un trabajo en equipo ahí, todos apoyándose, me parece sensacional, me ha encantado. Simplemente me ha encantado. Hacía mucho que no disfrutaba tanto una legendaria, siempre me da pereza ya empezarlas Sobre todo las nuevas, porque no sabes lo que te vas a encontrar. La última que disfruté tantísimo fue la de Deya, que me parece sensacional también. Me encantó la de Deya. Aparte por el amor que le tengo al personaje, pero la historia está muy chula. Es de esas legendarias chetiles que te cuentan del personaje, no de esas legendarias chorras como la de Furina, que es como una misión de mundo mierdil, con voces, ¿sabes? La de Furina es una mierda, con patatas, como legendaria, como misión de mundo random, y bueno, vale. La de ella está muy chetil porque te cuentan mucho de ella, pero mucho. Y la conoces más todavía. Igual que en esta de Kiori, parece que no, pero la conoces ya de otra manera, ves cómo es. Es muy chetilla, insurrectilla, ¿sabes? Estos peces, por si no lo sabéis, los podéis desmontar y se os convierten en engranajes de esos humiles. Es como si mataras bichos, lo cual está guay. De manera que ahora no me importa pescarlos, ¿sabes? Porque son materiales útiles, no es como los demás peces que ya son carne solo, ¿sabes? Pero estos los desmontas y te dan 2 o 3 de estos de malla, ¿sabes? A veces te dan uno intermedio y 2 de los pequeños, o uno grande y uno pequeño. Con lo cual está guay. No lo sabía, el otro día fui a sintetizar cebos. No a sintetizar cebos, a usarlo de los solventes. Los sintetizas donde los solventes estos. Tienes que ir a la mesa de síntesis. Y en la mesa de síntesis, donde usas los solventes de sueño para cambiar la pieza de boss, pues te aparecen los bichos estos que no necesitan ningún material. Simplemente te dice desensamblar o algo así. Y cuando lo desensamblas te da engranajes de esos chetíferos. Con lo cual está guay. Porque son materiales, al fin y al cabo, es como si mataras bichos. O sea, me parece guay. Entonces los nuevos que han puesto lo mismo dan materiales más chetíferos. Esos verdes que cogí, que dije, no sé para qué los ponen si no te los cogen en la tienda. Pues sí, seguro que no te los cogen, pero te darán piezas más chetiles. Ya desmontaré alguno porque en la de Sabbath tengo unos cuantos pescados, ¿sabes? Entonces mola porque te darán piezas chetíferas, seguro. Los verdes, porque son más jodidos de pescar, claro.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human...
Steady now, it's the final stretch. Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already.
Vale. A ver cuántos tengo. De estos tengo 4, de estos 7 y de estos 8. Bien, y de estos ninguno, pero sé dónde son. Allá al lado de Poisson. Pesco estos 4 y me voy a dormir. ¿Qué hora es? La 1. Sí, es bueno. Paso de pescarlos, yo creo, ¿eh? Pesco estos 4 y me voy a dormir. Porque soy muy sumil. Y el mundo me ha hecho así. Pescar es guay, como que no, chaval. Consigues armas gratis y materiales, os estoy diciendo. Oye, qué chetífera la legendaria de Kiori, me ha encantado. ¿Ves? No me importará volverla a hacer cuando la hagan otra cuenta, ¿sabes? Cuando tenga que hacerla en otra cuenta no me importará hacerla, porque me ha gustado mucho. Y ya te digo que le coges mucho cariño al personaje. Vamos, la conoces mejor, la ves. Más como es ella, chetífera insurréctica.
I see everything. Hey there, coming at ya.
There is no escape!
Illusion shattered.
Pochogun Raiden, chaval, la llaman. De las Pochogun de California. Mis medias sexys. Sí, sí, me han encantado mis medias sexys. Es muy chetífera, insurréctica y poderosa. Además, aquí están los chetiles. Buah, un saltarín ya, de mierda. Qué pesados son. Con los saltarines de mierda, macho.
Victory is almost ours!
I only bring in things that have a name.
Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
I only bring in things that have a name.
Solo tengo esta caña, no tengo la del evento aquí. Yo pensé que tenía la del evento. Qué sumil soy. ¿Es el saltarín? Sí tiene pinta. Sí tiene pinta porque se resiste más que los demás todavía. Si cabe.
Yeah! You nearly got him!
I only bring in things that have a name.
Well, you couldn't have done it without Paimon!
Sí, era el saltarín.
I only bring in things that have a name. I only bring in things that have a name.
Victory is almost ours! Steady now! It's the final stretch!
I only bring in things that have a name. I only bring in things that have a name.
Paimon's stomach is rumbling already.
El tubo pescarás para conseguirla, ¿eh? Sí, hombre, sí, pesco por el arma, no por vicio. Sí, no me cuesta nada, ¿sabes? Hombre, si te dan un arma de 4 estrellas gratis, tío, y que no es mal arma, pues ¿por qué no conseguirla? ¿Qué más te da? O en vez de coger flores o ir por ahí, pues pescas un rato. Ya te digo, la locura es la gente que se empeña en conseguirlo todo ahí a lo loco, ¿sabes? Normal que se aburran, pero si vas, hoy pescas un poco, mañana otro poco, y así, pues bien, ¿sabes?
I only bring in things that have a name.
So close, so close. Stay cool. Victory is almost ours.
I only bring in things that have a name.
What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Ahora ya me tendría que ayudar, ¿no? Un poco la caña. Ya después del cuarto P ya tengo el bufo, ¿no? Se supone. Sí. Debería ser bastante más fácil. Debería. Bueno, conforme... Bastante no. Un poco más. Pero conforme vas pescando más se te va haciendo cada vez más fácil. Joder, si se nota. Joder, si se nota. Joder, si se nota. Bueno, pesco este azul y me voy a dormir. Bueno, mira a ver los que hay por la mañana y ya dejo el charco vacío.
You've got it! You got it! Whew, that was a tough fight.
I only bring in things that have a name.
Follow the wind.
Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already.
A por el tubo. Buah, ese saltarín, ese no lo quiero. Vale, voy a pescar estos dos mecánicos, que ya te digo que son piezas. Ahora sí que no me importa pescarlos, porque sabiendo que se pueden desmontar y te dan materiales, pues vienen bien, ¿sabes? Para Charlotte y para más gente. Te vienen bien los engranajes, ¿sabes? Joder, ¿cómo puede contar tanto este, macho? Si este es de los humildes.
Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already.
Pesco este otro mecha reparador. Y me voy a dormir. Qué chetil, cañería.
Victory is almost ours. Whoa, nice catch.
Hala, ya. Vale, mañana no tengo que hacer las diarias en Asia, porque ya las he hecho hoy. Flojo, como siempre. Y tú, que tú ya lo habrás acabado, ¿no? Tú el chetifre ya te lo habrás cepillado el pase en las dos cuentas. De protos fatal, como siempre. Una mierda de protos tengo. Qué asco. No llego ni de 10.000. Vaya mierda. Y con Najida... Ah, no, bueno, con Esquipellez. Claro que Najida... Es verdad, es Esquipellez. Lo último que he sacado. O sea, voy a Ps4. Y sin protos. 45 el pase, mierdil. Venga, sumiles, mañana más. Y mejor. Si Dios quiere. Espero que os hayáis divertido y entretenido, que es la intención. Que hayáis disfrutado tanto como he disfrutado yo la legendaria de Kiori, que me ha encantado. Lo digo así, me ha encantado. Y me cae mucho mejor el personaje. Y me alegro mucho más todavía de haberla sacado. De verdad que sí. Y me da más motivos para ponerla en la lista de deseos de la cuenta principal cuando venga su rerun. Venga, buenas noches, sumiles rerúnicos. Que descanséis. Y mañana más. Sí, hombre, yo también con vosotros. Pero quiero decir que ya independientemente del buen ambiente, la misión me ha encantado. Pero me alegro que hayas disfrutado, tío. Buenas noches, sumiles. Mañana más. Aquí os dejo con la waifu Raiden. Soy waifu Raiden chetépica. Mira que es que no le caben los ojos en la cara de los bonitos que los tiene, ¿eh? Hasta mañana.